Hi, welcome to Planet AG for you, and today I'm tackling on how to make Molly's bed, as we recently acquired Molly, and I figured, well, why not? So I've started off with a doll box, and I had this red fabric. It's not corduroy, but it is textured, and so I figured it would be perfect to use. And I more or less measured the box from the side across and back down again, and added 2 inches, 1 inch for each side for a hem. And this is going to be the bottom of the bed, so the same thing, measure the length of the box. You want to give it at least an inch at one hem, the footboard end, and then at the top I'm going to be just folding this in, because at the top the headboard will be attached to this side, so I'm not going to need a full length on that side. So at the footboard end, what I did after I sewed my hems, I took my corners and I pleated it inwards to give it that inverted pleat look. And what I'll be doing after, I'll iron it, and then I'll just be giving it a few stitches here at the top so that it stays in place. Also, I got some white cording and some red cording, which the red is just some embroidery cording, and the white is a silk cord. And so what I've done is I measured the cording. I just put it around the whole box, and then I twisted the red on the white. I'll be placing it along the edges, like Molly's bed here. I just have it placed in. I think I'm gonna hand sew it so I don't have to deal with it coming undone if I glue it, or probably you could use some fabric glue to glue it on. So anyway, this is a work in progress, and I'll show you my next step. I ironed the bedspread so it looks a little bit better anyway, and I just wanted to show you on the corner here what happens when you cut out a rectangle of fabric. You know, the corners don't lie perfectly, so this is what I did. The little triangle, and you can measure, obviously, you know, the height of whatever you're using, whether it's a box or something else. And the triangle, I fold it up, and then you have like another triangle that you need to fix into the pleat. So if you take it from the top of the corner of the box and pinch it closed in a straight line, I'm going to pin this, and I ironed it so it helps in forming this pleat. And then you can situate it on the box, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a few little stitches up on top, and then I'll be able to release the pins, and I'll have the pleat just like in Molly's bed. Okay, so what I did is I went ahead and I tacked the cording that I had prepared with hot glue, because I'm gonna tack this on. And what I mean by tacking it, I'm gonna sew it. Just come around the white cording all along so that it stays in place, and I don't have to worry about it coming off, because the glue does eventually wear. So what I did with the cording, once I clipped it to pinch it, you know, I don't know, you can use a clothespin or just something to hold the ends together, and then I just went ahead and I wrapped the red around the white until I got the candy stripe effect. and that's what I used for the edging. So here's what the footboard looks like at the moment. I went ahead and just took a few stitches in here and on the other side, and I'm just gonna, once I'm done, I'll give it another ironing, but that definitely helps keep the pleat in place. So now I get to make the headboard, and what I did was I just took a sheet of paper. I'm going to use it as the template, and I folded it the width of the bed, which is, the box is 8 inches, and then I just basically eyeballed the height. I was looking at some pictures, and I see that when the pillows are like halfway up the headboard, so this is the height from the bottom of the box to the top is 10 inches, so I'm probably going to go maybe with like about maybe 10.5 inches. I'll bring it up a half an inch because I'm going to have to give it a curve on both sides. So I've cut out my template. Here's my cardboard, and then I have marked out the top curves, and I'll cut that out, and then I'll be ready to upholster the headboard. Okay, so I cut my first piece of batting, and this is like a quilter's batting. They have the like the fiber fill type of batting, whatever you can find, so that the headboard looks puffy, it's upholstered. So I've taken the first corner, and what I did, I stapled it around the curve, and I'm going along the edge, and so now I have to do the second edge, and what you do, you just pull in the corner tight, and I'm making sure that the staple closing is on the back side. I do that, and then you can fold over another piece, staple, and then my other corner, and I'm going to staple, and then I'll pull the sides tight and staple and staple. I'm going to cut off this excess bottom piece and cut any of the excess after my staples for now. Okay, so there's the first layer of my batting. I've cut off the excess, and now I'm going to do a second piece so that it's a little bit thicker. This one I'm going to hot glue in place the same way because I don't want any of the staple imprints showing through on the front side, so I'm going to hot glue it. Okay, so I finished hot gluing the batting to my piece of cardboard. I've cut off the excess, and now I am going to do the same thing with a piece of fabric. So now I cut a piece of the red fabric, and I inserted it, I inserted the cardboard in the middle, and I sort of traced out with pencil, because this is going to be on the inside, the curves, and I'm going to sew along the lines. Okay, so now I'm in the process of hot gluing the red and white trim, and I'm going to do this slowly and with as little glue as possible because this glue gets pretty messy. So it so happens that as I finished the bedspread, I was lucky enough to win an auction on eBay for a very good price. And since I did, that's why I had decided to go ahead and make the bed instead of spending the money. But anyway, I am now going to open what we got to put in her room. And it is Molly's nightstand. So happy that we got it. Okay, so the bed is finished and it came out pretty good. Actually, I'm pretty happy with how it came out, and we have to clean up the nightstand. But now we are starting Molly's room, so stay tuned for new items that we're going to make for her room. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.